Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ATS Season 2. We're still in New Mexico. We're currently in Las Cruces. I hope I pronounced that correctly now. But in the previous episode, we took a job from Albuquerque going east towards Tucumcari. And we passed through Route 66, the musical road part here. Which Route 66, as you guys told me, has been mostly replaced by I-40 and other interstates, if I understood that correctly. So thank you very much for all the comments, guys. Very useful stuff, very interesting stuff that I'm learning here. So thank you. Thanks a lot for that. Now, we do have a job going from Las Cruces, going to Roswell, because you guys have been telling me about Roswell and how there are aliens and stuff. So maybe we'll see some aliens. Maybe we'll see some Easter eggs. I'm not sure which one I should take, though. I think I'll take Route 82. That's a bit longer, but we'll be passing through Artesia as well there. So more unlocks, more options, more chances of winning, so to speak. Right? And Roswell, let's go there. Let's go here. Left. Yeah, unlock that and then deliver it to Cat. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what we're hauling here. This looks like a simple trailer. And I remember I did promise you guys that we were going to buy a truck today, but I checked it out and it apparently we can only buy a Freightliner FLB if we're level 6. We're currently only level 4, so we'll have to level up a bit. And so in the meantime, I'll compensate by driving an FLB. Yeah, so we can really be sure that this is the truck we want, right? Anyway, let's get going. I do love that computer there. That's, I think, the same computer from a Volvo in ETS2. It's pretty smart. Yeah, let's go with the turbo indicator in the digital speedometer. Beautiful engine sound as always. I can't remember where this sound comes from. If this is part of the mod. Probably. Most likely, yes. This is 11 tons machine parts. Okay, gotcha. Right, let's make sure not to steer too much. Good. This is what I love about cabovers. They're much more flexible, much more robust. I don't think that's the right term, but anyway, you get what I mean. They're better at cornering. Let's leave it at that. Okay, go. Wow, slowest indicators ever. I didn't realize the Freightliner FLB had like super slow indicators. Fine. Two cars? Oh, there you go. Is that right? Okay, that's a closed road, but we're going to turn left there, I think. Can I squeeze in, guys? And yes, it's still ATS. Some people might be looking for other games like ETS2 or Dead End. Is that true? It's not a dead end. Why is that being labeled as a dead end? Anyway, yeah. Sorry if you guys were expecting a different game like maybe ETS2 Trucker for Hire or Transport Fever or Fernbus or OMSI. But this week, mostly we'll be focusing on ATS because New Mexico DLC is coming out. I'm not really sure by the time this video comes out if New Mexico has been released already. Oh, that's beautiful. Love the dash there. Let's keep that on so you guys can see better as well. And now we can go ahead. Loving the crisp look of the dashboard here with 400% scaling. Still not getting quite used to it. Looks so beautiful. Why are we passing through this way, not going straight? Because we have to go through above that bridge. And we have to go here to gain access to that bridge. Otherwise, if we just go under it, that makes sense. Keep your eyes peeled for Easter eggs. If I miss anything, you let me know, right? Especially when we're arriving near Roswell, because I would bet there are a couple of Easter eggs there. By the way, I just noticed that the front mirror actually looks pretty nice. How it's docked, how it's connected, like those metal bars. That's not usually how the front mirrors look, especially for European trucks. It's usually just dangling from the top. This time it's like it's secured in place, both from the top and the bottom. Oh yes, and also I have a couple of new mods, trailer mods, and you can notice probably Best Buy here. We didn't have Best Buy before, but that's because I replaced my Real Company mod. Before I was using like Real Company's, I think it's the name, the Steam Workshop. Now I'm using real life logos in gas stations. I can't remember the name, but it's by Shared Black Spots. I hope I remembered his name correctly. And what he did was he compiled a couple of different real life mods, like the branding. Did I miss my turn? I might have missed my turn, huh? Why is this making me go round and round here? I'm probably missed it, and you guys are probably scratching your heads what I'm doing. What the heck? Where the heck is Clumsy going? Going all the way around. Too low. Good. Maybe I should have gone straight. I don't get this. Let's just follow the white arrow on the GPS. Hopefully it gets us where we need to go. I'm sure I've gone here already. Right. We go to the right. Yes. And we stop a little. Yeah, so I'm using the real life logos in gas stations, or whatever that whatever that mod is called. And it seems to be much better. First and foremost, it works with 1.29. So the manual fix I was mentioning before with the Real Company mods, where you had to like delete the F350 folder, yada yada, you don't need to do that in this mod anymore, because Shared Black Spots did it for us. He fixed it, and he compiled also other real life mods like gas stations and whatnot. So it's pretty useful for us. It's like a all-in-one package for real companies, the Real Company package. So it's pretty good, and I would assume that he got permission from the mod makers, because if I remember correctly, Shared Black Spots is a very one of the like prominent guys in the community. He probably has a couple of mods already, and I've been seeing his name in the forums quite a bit. So I believe he has gotten permission from all those mod makers to compile them. Otherwise, people would be complaining by now, I'm sure. So as from that point of view, it's a pretty safe and moral mod, I would say. But if you heard different, do let me know, okay? If you heard something different. Albuquerque, I-25 North, going there. You might have seen as well the... What is that logo, by the way? Do I have like diff lock or something? I hope I don't. Oh no, it's just the handbrake, the parking brake. Go, go, before it turns red. Okay, I think I made it. Up, 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 up. Beautiful signages. And looks like there's an accident up ahead. There were a couple of updates with 1.29. They said they tweaked the random events, like some of the, I don't know, maybe the crashed plane, or they weren't really very specific, but they did alter the frequency of the random events, so that the really rare events don't pop up as much. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, pretty nice. And yes, I was talking about the SCS blog. You might have seen that, and you can notice probably, most definitely, that here in New Mexico we're seeing a lot more signages. Like, and with that blog post, like the behind the scenes of how they worked on the signages, the signs, road signs and whatnot, really be impressed by the level of detail they go into. I mean, each post, each sign, maybe each screw Maybe not down to the screw detail, but each sign like that is meticulously researched and modeled in. And so if you look at that SCS blog post, oh, this is that cow thingy again. Is this the same route that we're going through? Oh yes, it is, because it's the spaceship. Yeah, I hope I'm going the right way here. And I'm not sure if I've shown you that before, but yeah, there is that beautiful spaceship playground that we passed through, and a cow that just, I don't know, maybe it's an Easter egg. It does look cool though. Oh, beautiful sounds. But yeah, the SCS blog post, go and check it out. You'll get an entirely new appreciation of what SCS does, because you'll get to understand how hard it is. It might look simple, but behind the scenes, how it's actually done, it's really something else. It's really something, definitely. What is this? This is like the missile, military missile. I'm not sure what it is. For you guys who are familiar with the history, why do they have a missile in the middle of the road? Is that... oh, is this the one? Is this... I remember in the stream someone said this is where they... in New Mexico is where they tested the first atomic bomb. By any chance, is that the one? Whoop, 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 whoop. Make it faster. If you can go slower, push it faster. And let me just do a quick check on the GPS because I'm not sure. Okay, that's good. We're going to Alamogordo. We're passing through there and we'll be turning right. Passing through Artesia and then discovering that in Roswell. Okay, looks good. Keep your eyes peeled for Easter eggs and fancy stuff. Oh, by the way, sorry. Oh, we did miss a truck stop. That was the missile, I think. I hope that didn't have an achievement, otherwise I would have missed it. But next time, let's go and stop at each of the truck stops. Make sure we're not going to miss anything anymore. Let's pass through there just so we're safe, just so we're sure that we're unlocking everything. And there's one more here. Yeah, I'm not really sure which qualifies as a truck stop with the Steam achievement and stuff. But yeah, we'll do that. Right? And if you're wondering about any of the mods that you're seeing here, or if you're wondering if that's a mod or if that's default, a quick check would be to go to the mods list in the video description. That contains all of the mods I'm using. It's not 100% accurate. Sometimes I forget to update a row here and there, but overall it should be a very good indicator of what mods I'm using. Yeah, like this Freightliner FLB is there, the real life company updated one is there, so it should be pretty much spot on. Okay, good. Oh, I just noticed the engine brake toggle in the dashboard actually animates as well. See that one? I hope I don't crash. If I turn on engine brake, see? It's a bit weird, but yeah. El Paso, Alamogordo. Oh, crap. Okay. Yes. Let's stay here, maybe. Yeah, I can't remember really now if this is the... I don't think we went through here before. Because I remember I was recording something, but I scrapped it. Because I was not doing a very good job. I was crashing all over the place and I was like mumbling and stuff. So quality check wise, the episode failed, so I had to repeat something. You know, even being clumsy as this, there is still some level of quality check that I implement. I do want to give you guys something that you'll like and won't seem trash. So maybe I went through here before, but maybe that episode was scrapped and I just reloaded the game. Might be. So this is actually our first time going through here. Probably. I'm mixing things up. There's a chance. But anyway. Oh, there. Ooh, pretty nice car. City limit. Let's try not to hit him or scare him. Let's stay within our lane. I also got a comment, I think it was Claudio who commented it out. who said I was staying too much on the left side, like I was hugging the line, the middle line so much. So let me try and adjust that. But my philosophy about that is that line I can see better than that line on the right. So if I can, I'd rather hug the left line rather than the right side, because it's harder to estimate. That's my personal preference. That's how my dad taught me how to drive. So that's what I do. Some of you might be like more here on the right, but for me, I prefer being here on the left, in the middle as much as possible. And I am speeding. This is the guy earlier, right? Let's probably give him some space. Yeah. Let's try not to crash into him. Please. Thank you. What is that? CVS Pharmacy. FedEx. Okay, cool. I wonder if there was an update to the real life mode, because it seems like it's able to convert the companies now into, even in New Mexico. I mean, in New Mexico you have like new prefabs and stuff, so there would need to be new adjustments as well. Interesting. Oh, getting a bit of lag here. I still have my monitor here to check on the utilization, the temperature and whatnot. Yeah, it's confirmed. ATS is still using just one thread. At least the main thread is only one. And right now, because of this city with all the details, my core is right. That thread is at around like 98%. It's going all red and stuff, that bar. By the way, has anyone heard of the application? It's available in Steam. You can buy it. You can check it out in the Steam store. It's called CPU Cores. One word, CPU and Cores, CORES. And apparently it should optimize the games. Like most games would not utilize all the cores, like this game. So what it does in theory is it tries to separate the processes, like the Windows processes, the OS processes and stuff. It tries to separate that, put that in a different core, so that the game has like a single core all for itself. It doesn't make let's stop by here. This might unlock something. Plus this is a shortcut going right. So it doesn't make games multi-threaded, but it does make it so that the core that the game is using is like a dedicated core for its own, and it tries to shift all the other processes to different cores. That's the concept. And I was thinking, I think for ATS that's going to be very good, because you'll need all the processing power for that single core you need, as you can get. Let's go and stop here and just enjoy the view for a while. Go for a bio break. Turn off the lights maybe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love the sky. Foggy weather sky. Love the mountains as well. Pretty nice view up here. Super relaxing. Okay. I'm good. So yeah, CPU cores. Go and research and let me know if you find anything about it. I'm thinking of buying it. Maybe I can contact the developer and get a copy, and maybe promote it. I'll try. But it seems to be promising. It seems to have a promising concept, because that's exactly what you would need for ATS. Like for me, I'm streaming. So when I'm streaming, it does take up a certain amount of CPU power. And as much as possible, I don't want the CPU to be sharing. I don't want the stream OBS to be sharing CPU power with the game, because that might cause additional frame drops, which is probably what happened in our first stream yesterday. So I'm not really sure. We'll have to check. But that seems to be a promising tool. I might check it out. Wow, this looks beautiful here. And by the way, someone, who was it? Can't remember who, sorry about that. But someone told me they wanted to hear about the story. I mean, not really story, but my computer specs, my upgrade. Now, I did talk about this in the ETS2 episode 178, but he wanted to hear it here because he's probably more into ATS than ETS2. Before all that, though, I think a photo is in order because this mountain just looks magnificent. Breathtaking. Fantastic. You know, all the descriptions you can think of. Look at that view. From a wide angle, that would look extremely awesome. Maybe too wide. I do still want to see the road. Yeah, that winding road there. Actually, we don't even need to... what's a nice way? I think I want it in the middle, like this. And maybe we can turn it a bit. That can work. That can work. Not too shabby. Good. Alright. So yes, what is my PC now? Now, I did tell you about my recent upgrade. I think only this week. Yeah, only this week I finished the upgrade. So as of Monday, the videos you're seeing are a result of the upgraded PC. And what is this? Okay, construction. Like some patch there. Something's being patched in that small bit of road. I am now using a Ryzen 5 1600. I overclocked it a bit. I'm using just stock coolers, so I cannot really overclock that much. So the default clock speed is 3200. What I did was I overclocked it to 3650, and I just upped the voltage just a teeny weeny bit, because I don't want to overheat and anything. The voltage could, having too much voltage could destroy your CPU, but if you limit it enough, then it should be fine if you stay within the range. That's a beautiful view there. This looks like a very different New Mexico. Yeah, very green, very grassy. I like it actually. It's pretty nice. Wow, okay. This is cool. Yeah, this is beautiful. Great, alright. So yes, I have a Ryzen 5 1600 now. This has 6 cores, 12 threads. So it's perfect for multitasking, for multi-threaded applications like streaming, video encoding and stuff. It's not the best for games though, because usually games just use one core. They're not very multi-threaded in that sense. It's kind of hard to do that for games, I heard. I don't know the details, but that's what I heard. Ooh. Why is this guy slowing down? Do we have any Easter eggs here? I do see something. I might regret this, but sometimes there are hidden roads like this. Okay, this is not one of those. Sometimes SCS likes to put these kinds of things there. Yeah, apparently not. I was thinking we could go up there and enjoy the view. Maybe we could fly. Let's see. Ah, there's like a dead end. I see. Slow down. Okay. So this road just loops around. Is this an actual road? No, it's hidden. This is all hidden. Right, where are you going then? Interesting. And I wonder how you can go up here. I mean, this seems like something you can go up to. Oh, it's going down now. Okay, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it was just meant to be seen from a distance. Yeah, it ends. Okay, fine. Alright, I'm good to that. Where are we? That's where we are. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get back on the road. Turn on hazards. Make sure we're not gonna hit anybody. As much as possible, that is. Okay. Let's hug this side. Ow. Sorry. Gear grind. Good. We're safe. And sound. I do love the cliffs though. The texture of the cliffs looks beautiful. You can see like the shadows and the nooks and crannies. Legit. Oh, the car actually failed to overtake for you. So the Ryzen 5 1600 is perfect for my needs because I need a lot of CPU processing power in terms of multi-threading applications, multi-threaded stuff. Because as I stream, I record, I do other productivity stuff. But if you're only playing games, then maybe an Intel, one of the new Coffee Lake CPUs, the 8000 series, would be better for you. Because normally games like high clock speed CPUs. Because as I mentioned, they only use one core. So, like many of them, not all. And they only use one core, might as well make that core as fast as possible. That's the basic concept. But I'm pretty happy with my Ryzen. Maybe I can still overclock it a bit. I'll have to get ample time for that. Right now it's at 3650. I've heard it can be overclocked to around 3900. But that's going to require a different cooler. Cannot work with stock on that. And if you saw the sign, there was a sign saying there's going to be a steep slope downhill. That's pretty useful. Like I was driving in the stream in the northern part of New Mexico, something similar to this scenery. And those signs proved very useful. Like without those signs, I would have been speeding through, just sticking to the speed limit on the GPS. And if you just follow the speed limit on the GPS, oftentimes it won't be enough. Oftentimes you'll fall. You'll oh, what is this? Who is that guy? Oftentimes it'll be too late when you try to adjust if you just stick to the speed limits. So you'll have to be aware and attentive of the signs. Who is this guy? Donuts, tea and coffee, but it seems like this guy is selling tomatoes. He is a tomato. It's Tomato Man. Let's take a photo of this guy. Maybe he looks better from afar, huh? Some, what do you call these guys? Trailers, wagons, or both. Okay, maybe here we can do like that one. Seems like, yeah, that one looks like he's waving at us. Why not? I want to show the full truck though. Maybe that one. Just a little more, guys. Bear with me. Okay, that kind of works. Or that does. Okay, that works. I'm happy with that. Oh, I can see the driver from here. We have to see ourselves. Yeah, right there. So let me do it like that. And one more. Good. Happy. That's a pretty nice addition. I wonder if any of the map mod makers will use that. You can actually turn into that place. We should have done that. Crap. Right, signs like these tell you that the slope is coming up and should be very wary of the speed and not maybe do that thing that this guy is doing. Okay, he can manage. He's a car. Little engine braking to help with the speed. Ooh, wonder what that lady is doing. Waiting for someone. I wonder if that's a random event. Do you guys know? Those simple cones? If it is, then that might be like the smallest random event ever. That would be nice though. It would be a nice addition, like having those little cones on the side. Be pretty cool. Right now, what is this? Deer crossing. I think that's how that's what that means literally, right? Like this is wildlife, forest kind of thing. so it wouldn't be too far off to see like animals crossing from time to time. Maybe not deer specifically, but maybe raccoons or squirrels, or not squirrel, but squirrel the animal. Anyway, back to my computer. So yes, Ryzen 5 1600. I have 16 gig RAM with 3200 megahertz speed. So I think that's one of the fastest currently, and I also had to overclock that. And I just noticed that overclock actually failed today. It's not consistent. Sometimes it's 3200, sometimes it's only 2600. It's a bit unstable, these RAM speeds, because the default speed is only 2666, I believe, and you have to overclock it to speed it up. And yeah, sometimes the overclock doesn't work. And right now it seems like it doesn't work. Crapper. But it's actually, I think it's negligible, that clock speed. I don't think you'd notice it in normal games like this. I mean, performance is pretty top notch currently. What the heck is this guy doing? Okay, I see. Did he signal? And I just didn't see it. That was my bad then. But yeah, normally I have 3200 RAM. Well, 3200 megahertz clock speed RAM. Right now it doesn't look like that, but anyway, I'll fix that later on. Doesn't really weigh a lot, don't think, but we'll see. AMD though, I've heard rumors and I've heard benchmarks that say the Ryzen architecture is very dependent on the memory clock speed, so I might want to amp that up just to make sure that I'm getting the most performance as much as possible. It won't be like a dramatic thing, but if you're trying to min-max stuff, then probably you want the best clock speeds as much as possible, and that's what I purchased anyway, so might as well push for that. Anyway, aside from that, then I got a Gigabyte, how do you call it, AB350 Gaming 3 motherboard. It's pretty nice, has a lot of USB ports. It's perfect for my needs because when you're doing simulation games, you need a lot of USB ports. You need one for the steering wheel, you need the one for track IR, the one for camera and stuff. So many different gadgets, and having USB ports for all of those will make it a much more convenient experience. No need for USB hubs and whatnot. Okay, good. I'm also seeing a lot of Coca-Cola ads here. Looks like we have a Coca-Cola fan. Maybe it's part of the real company mods. Real life company. I can never remember the actual name. Oh! Don't even try and hit those. Oh, what is this? I'm seeing something that could look interesting. And sorry if you're new to the channel and you're feeling really impatient about all these photo taking. Sorry about that, guys, but this is really just my style. I want to take you with me when I take photos like this, because it's part of the overall experience. I wonder what this is. Seems like a famous monument, like people helping each other constructing something, but it's not really. Nothing really got built, huh? Maybe it's just beginning, and this one's probably haggling the price. Could be. Maybe it's an oil well, because it's in the middle of water. Oh, there's something here. The Doric Flea. Vic Payne, sculptor. Eagle Bronze Foundry. Ah, I see. Dedicated to the men and women who take the something and do the work to find, produce, and refine New Mexico old oil and gas. Ah, okay, so it is an oil well, I guess. So New Mexico must be pretty famous for that, huh? Must be one of their exports. Cool. Well, let's take a photo. What's a decent way to take a photo, though? There is no beautiful way to do this. Maybe I go in front a couple of meters. Like this one. Yeah, that should be better. Okay, yeah, that looks better. That looks a lot better. Field of view, no blur. That one looks okay. Yes, I like that. Some monument. Good. Sightseeing with Clumsy. Can you let me through? Thank you, but I actually missed the left turn signal, so as a result, I will be blocking everyone else because I'm on their lane. Actually covering 3 different lanes here. Look, that bus won't even be able to go through. See? My bad. My bad. Can you go? No. How about now? Not yet. Alright, fine. Patience. Patience. There we go. Good. Alright. Everything's looking fine. Are we almost here? No, I think we're going to pass through a rest stop. And then we'll be passing through yeah, Roswell is where we're going, so should be quite a ways off still. Actually a lot of different buildings here. Look at that white building in the distance. I'm not sure what that is. That looks pretty interesting. It says Hotel Artisan, or could be Artisan. Yeah, might be. But yes, you probably notice as well that the towns, the cities all look different now. They're not just like template cities. They're pretty well built. Custom assets, different layouts. Each city has its own vibe. It's beautiful. Heading to work. Burglars R2, xrayalarm.com. Wonder if that's a true brand. Not sure if that's from my mod or from SCS New Mexico. Come on, squeeze in. Squeeze in. After this guy, maybe. Good. Alright. Moving on. Alright, so I was talking about my specs, right? So yes, 16 gig RAM, 3200 clock speed ideally, and what else? I have SSDs. I'm using a Samsung 850 Evo. It's one of the old SSDs, but it's pretty reliable and it's good enough for gaming and for all your SSD needs. So it should load things very quickly. It should minimize the stutter and things like that. It should make your loading times much faster as well. And then for the video card, I'm using a GTX 1070 Palette GTX 1070 dual fan. It's one of the like lower model 1070s, but it's good enough for me. It's pretty nice. It's very affordable as well. I did not wait for the 1070 Ti anymore because I don't even want to get the higher end 1070s because it's too expensive. The jump in price is a bit too much. So yeah, 1070 is more than enough. Speed limit 70. Okay, good. Any UFOs around? Not seeing anything so far. This is what I like about New Mexico though. It's filled with the speed limits are not hindering at all. Like even in towns here, 35. It's pretty good actually. Roswell discovered. Nice. Land of Enchantment, 7 out of 14. Any aliens? UFOs? Whatnot? Hotel. Okay, this is the rest stop. Actually missed it. Okay, fine. I doubt that would unlock anything though. I doubt it. It's pretty nice. Oh! GG sign. What? Okay, that was my bad. Crap. Okay, no damage. That's the good thing. No damage on the trailer. That's what I'm worried about. Clumsy trucking. What is that? Mr. Xiao Thai snack? Looks like an Asian restaurant. Squeeze in here. I'll be turning left in a while. And you see even the left turn signals like this, the left turn lanes, they're pretty nice, right? This even is like a shared lane in the middle, I believe. So it's used for both turning left from this side and turning left on the opposite side. There. I don't quite get the paint though. I'm seeing yellow lines there on the left side near our truck, and it becomes white. Probably when it becomes white, that means you can merge in, I guess. When it's yellow, you don't. When it's white, you can. Probably. Don't quote me on that. And if you know what the right thing is, let me know, okay? This is probably some specific they call this US law. So here, want to turn left here, we only merge in as of that white paint. Although for trucks, probably not very applicable, because if you do that, you'll be hanging your trailer out there in the middle, which is probably not going to be nice. Can we do a left turn maybe? Not seeing any aliens whatsoever. Not even seeing any... Interesting. Would have expected some kind of souvenir shop with UFOs and stuff. But maybe that was just wishful thinking. Or maybe it's in a different part of town. Let's have a look. You guys see any UFOs anywhere? I see a Mexican shop. A Mexican grill here. It's a recruitment agency, okay. Don't see any... Oh, there we go. That could work. That could work. Alien HQ. I wonder what that is. Like an amusement store or something. Yeah, I was looking for something like this because it would have been impossible not to have anything like it. That's a pretty nice thing here. So we'll probably make this the thumbnail because this is very representative of Roswell, if I'm getting your vibe right. This is what people on the stream have been telling me the entire way, what Roswell is all about. Good. Anything else? Maybe we have a couple of shops like that scattered across the city. That's a pretty nice trailer, actually. Garden Dyke. That looks very nice. We cannot take those kinds of jobs yet because we don't have ADR. But maybe that's what I should get next, huh? ADR. Or long distance, I'm not sure. The distance I think is fine. One journey an episode. So maybe I'll get ADR next level. Okay, we're good with that. Thank you, Mr. Alien. Alien headquarters, it says. Yeah, right. That must be like an arcade store. Did I finish telling stuff about my specs? I think so. Yeah, so GTX 1070. And I assembled my PC for the first time last weekend. And it was pretty tiring. But thanks to the guides online and everything, it went well. When I powered on my PC, it worked. And I installed everything. I tried overclocking. I got a bit stressed because it was my first time overclocking as well. And I was a bit paranoid, but apparently nothing to worry about. It's just a bit frustrating at times. Because when you're overclocking, you have to stress test your system. Make sure that it doesn't restart. Make sure it's stable regardless of the load on the CPU. So we have to do stress tests and wait for around 3 hours to make sure that it's stable and stuff. And sometimes you're at like, you've been testing for an hour, you think you're okay, and this is not the one, I think. This is the wrong one. So yeah, you think you're okay, and then after a while, your system restarts, so it fails. And then you have to start all over again, tweak the values and stuff. So it's a very time-consuming thing, but probably I can squeeze more out of my system without sacrificing stability and longevity after a while. Okay, this drop-off point looks pretty familiar. I think this is pretty much common. Alright, that's a very easy parking. Let's go with that. Where is it? That one. Okay. Good. Can't see the line. Assuming we're good. Let me take it slower. Still can't see the line. Still can't see it. No, it's there. It's there. It's just a bit invisible. You can see it's blinking, it's flashing subtly because it blends with the color of the concrete, of the cement. Is it good? Oh, that's a bit too much. It's a bit too much turning. That looks much better. I got a comment in one of my vids. It's a very good comment. You know how I refuse to go to third person? Because I want it to be realistic. He said, well, if you're talking about realistic sense, if you're like parking alone, I mean, in all parking jobs, the number one thing to do is to make sure you don't hit anything. And it doesn't matter how long it takes as long as you don't hit anything. And when you're parking alone, yes, you're inside, but people in real life go outside their trucks and take a look how far or how close they are to something. So that equivalent of that is third person like this. So it shouldn't be cheating if you go like this from time to time. Yeah, so it absolutely makes sense. So I'll probably do that, especially when doing like blindside reapers. Right? But yeah, that's going to be it for now. This trip, at least. Las Cruces to Roswell. 5298. We're quite a ways off from level 6, but we'll try to rush there so we can get our own Freightliner FLB. Or if you have other recommendations for trucks, do let me know, okay? Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. Share with your friends, share the love, and hope you enjoy New Mexico. I think it will release soon if it hasn't already. So good luck, enjoy, and catch you on stream and in future episodes. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. This is the Clumsy signing off. Catch you in the next one. Bye guys.